Hey fragrance friends and enthusiasts, welcome back. It's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance Channel chatting about another beautiful fragrance, and today Aqua Di Gio Profumo, yes, from the house of Armani. Beautiful fragrance, big compliment getter, one of the best, most big top selling fragrances on the market. This is one of the biggest top sellers that's on the market. And you know, us in the fragrance community might not want to realize those fragrances, might not want to talk about them. You know, again, I like to joke about Paris Hilton hit, I think it was over $1 billion in sales in 2020 last year. And this fragrance as well is very, very popular for a reason. A lot of us, for some reason, are naysayers. There's a lot of naysayers when Paco Rabanne's Invictus came out. There's a lot of naysayers when, you know, Versace's Dylan Blue came out. And I've seen some naysayers of this in the fragrance community. And I don't really want to go too deep into a fragrance review. We'll talk about a few of the details. But there's no reason you should hate on this fragrance. Lots of people love it, lots of people enjoy it, and lots of people are having fun with it. And that's what the fragrance world is all about. You can say that you personally don't like it, but don't beat up on a fragrance like this. You know, it's a solid fragrance for sure. So what is this fragrance all about? It's a fragrance that is an aquatic. It has that Aqua Di Gio DNA, that sparkling, beautiful citruses, and that salty aquatic DNA, but in that Armani style. This is the fragrance, in my opinion. The original has been reformulated so much. The original Aqua Di Gio, this Profumo actually smells a lot more like the original and has the power that the original had. And I think I'm not sure, but I think this might overshadow in popularity and possibly even in sales. It might be even more popular than the original. So that says a lot. This one's a little bit darker. It has a little bit of this patchouli vibe, a little bit dark and sensual. A really nice addition to this DNA. It doesn't smell like resinous or deep or golden patchouli or anything like that, but it does have a little bit of that vibe. This one is most famous for having an incense quality to it. A lot of people are automatically scared of incense. They think of church incense or smoky or sour, or you know, or maybe it's just too much. You know, it's just not. They think that they dislike all incense, and that maybe you might think that incense can't work in a fragrance. But this brought incense and made it mass appealing and confident. And even though fragrances are genderless or unisex or however you want to say it, a lot of guys love this fragrance, and a lot of people are going to tend to find this one a little bit more, you know, more for the guys and the gents. People are going to personally find this one more masculine. But of course, never limit yourself. Confident ladies, of course, please wear this fragrance. Anyways, this is a nice creation. It's very well composed. There's not a lot of notes to speak about. I mean, there are notes, but I don't want to go into all the details. You've already heard about this fragrance a number of times. You might be watching this video you know, with confirmation bias to watch it to see if I like this fragrance or not, to prove to yourself that you made a good purchase, or maybe see that you like my channel or not. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section if I caught you. Anyways, this is a nice fragrance. It's very well composed. And for what it is, another masterpiece. I think, I'm not sure exactly, I have to double check, correct me, but I think this one might be another one done by the hands of Alberto Marias, which you know does wonderful work, especially in the field of aquatics. This is a great creation. This is a wonderful creation, and I do suggest you get your nose on it. Now, getting into the you know, the performance, we'll get into the compliment factor here in a second, but this one gets you about 8 hours, guys. This will give you 8 hours, depending on your skin, 7.5, 8 hours, maybe 9 hours. I think that's where this fragrance really is going to give you. Again, you're always going to see people who say that they get more. Some people lotion up, some people have oily skin, some people, maybe they have great skin chemistry. I'm not really sure why, but some people out there will claim, you know, 10 hours plus on this, and there will be the occasional person who maybe puts on a bunch of sprays, or maybe their nose isn't very sensitive to fragrances. Who knows? But some people will say that this fragrance will give them maybe 6 hours. So, but I think comfortably in that 8-hour range is what you're going to get. Projection slightly above average. Sillage, even though it's only slightly above average, it does get noticed quite a bit with the sillage. And let's talk about the complement factor. In the dry down, the aquatic nature does tend to settle down a little bit. And again, it's not overtly seaweed or cucumber, overtly salty. It's a very likable, wearable aquatic nature to this fragrance. Again, it's a little bit darker, so it has this real sensuality behind it. And the incense really boosts up the performance and really makes it more confident. And it makes you feel confident, makes you walk confidently. And when you walk and feel and talk confidently, people definitely see you as more attractive. So this is a fragrance that can definitely help you with your confidence. This fragrance can definitely help you with, you know, being a better version of you. But of course, everything starts with you and who you are, how you dress, how you talk, how you act, how you think. How you think really matters. But this Aqua Di Gio certainly can help you. It's not the magic potion. It's not a spell. It's not Harry Potter. It's not going to make you automatically more attractive, but this is a great fragrance for everyday situations that really can boost your presence and really do good things for you. And again, I wouldn't say it's the most seductive fragrance, but can it work? Yes. If I was in high school and if this fragrance was out when I was in high school or middle school or even in my early days of college, and if I would have known about this fragrance and had the money for it as well, it's an Amrani, so they usually don't get discounted very much. I would have loved this fragrance. I would have had a ball. I would have had some fun. But it's a good fragrance here, guys, ladies and gents too, everybody. So getting into my final thoughts, you can pick this one up for about 80 or so if you find it at the right price, at the right place. On the discounters, prices are creeping up on designer fragrances a lot. Won't get into economics too much. This is a fragrance channel, but with money going, you know, out the door from the government, things are going to happen price-wise, you know, even if you know what I'm talking about. And this fragrance here, well, I wouldn't be amazed if this one is going to be about 100 or about 100 plus. For a lot of younger people, you might have to wait for a birthday present, or you might have to wait for a Christmas present to get this one. But is this one that you would request over Sauvage? I think that this puts up a solid fight up against Sauvage, in my humble opinion, as some of the best designer fragrances on the market, or even YSL Parfum. You know, that one is also a great one for younger guys first getting into the fragrance game. If you're watching my channel here, this is a great versatile fragrance. It'll do what you want. Honestly, you can wear it if you're a younger guy, but this is a little bit more dark and a little bit more confident. I would maybe, again, you might be a younger guy who can pull this one off, but I would say 20 plus for this fragrance. But of course, anybody, and even ladies, can wear this one. A confident lady can pull it off. So anyways, hope that you liked my review today. That's what I mostly have to say. Do you have any thoughts on this fragrance? Do you like this fragrance? Do you own this fragrance? And do you like the house of Armani? I think Armani is a great house. Their Aqua Di Gio line is really a force to be reckoned with and a big, powerful player in the designer fragrance game. And they're doing big things. They're very popular. And I think that Armani is going to continue to become more successful. Each one of their new flankers has done fairly well for them. That people, you know, there's lovers and followers of each one of their flankers. And I'm excited to see that day that maybe Armani from the Aqua Di Gio collection decides to make a boozy fragrance of their own. I'm excited to see that day. But anyways, wonderful creation. I encourage you to get your nose on it if you haven't tried it yet and see why there's so much hype and hoopla about this fragrance, why everybody talks about it. So I'd love to know your thoughts down below once again. And if you liked what you heard today, if you like this channel, if you're watching to the end of the review, you must like my content. So why don't you help me out down below? You know how to do that. Thumbs up and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next video, everybody. Wear what you love. Hopefully I helped you find another beautiful fragrance. And I'll see you in the next video, my friends. I'm always reviewing a new fragrance. Come back. I'm back on my regular Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. So come back and I'll have something new for you. I'll see you soon, everybody. Peace out and bye.